Hey everybody, it's Becca. And look, I'm home. Yeah, so through the entire month of October, I've been out and about and in my car more than I've been at home. But I was home last night and I got the chance to watch a new flick that was pretty cool called Tennessee Gothic. The producer, Katie Groshog, I probably said it wrong. She actually was in Jugface. Sent this to Alex King from the Beyond the Void podcast. I've recently started writing for his website, longlivethevoid.com, and he thought this looked like something that I might be interested in for a few reasons. One, because it was an indie film. He knows that's my passion. Two, because it looks kind of crazy and goofy and kind of all over the place, and he knew I liked that type of stuff, and then also had a very strong female lead, and he just asked if I wanted to review it. And I watched the trailer and I was like, hell yeah, I'm in. The trailer does not make any bones about it. It sets it out there immediately that you're going to go through a lot of different emotions. You're going to be watching a lot of different tones. In fact, the trailer even says at the end, it says horror, and it has a scene where there's horror. It says sex a lot, and then they show some sex scenes, and then it says comedy, and they show some of it's actual slapstick even comedy. So it does have all those things in it, different levels and different times. I found it very enjoyable. So it's directed by Jeff Wedding, and it stars a girl named Jackie Kelly who plays Sylvia. Now at the very beginning, they show you a poem from John Keats that is called La Belle Dame Sans Merci. Yeah, I took 2 years of French, just doesn't show. But they just have the first stanza of it. I actually stopped the movie and I read the whole poem, and it actually probably helped with my understanding a little bit. Sylvia is a succubus. We meet her because she's in trouble with a couple guys who are about ready to rape her, kill her, beat her up. They're pissed off at her because she's somehow done them wrong. One of them is Jason Christ, I'm sure. But every time he was on screen, I wanted to yell, Jason Christ! Yeah. So he and Jackie and Eric Stanze, the legendary Eric Stanze, worked on a movie last year called In Memory Of. And Eric actually is the cinematographer of this. So if you're an Eric Stanze fan, there's yet another reason to watch this. We kind of know very early on that Sylvia ain't some cute little 100-pound pixie like everybody thinks she is. And she strong arms both of these huge burly guys and ends up on a road, pretends to be incredibly hurt, and gets picked up by Paul. So Paul takes her home, and we meet Caleb, his son. Apparently Ma died many years ago, and it's just these two guys out on the farm, and they find out Sylvia does not want to go to the hospital, and she does not want law enforcement involved. So they agree to let her stay there if she earns her keep. Fine. It doesn't take too long before Sylvia and Caleb start doing the nasty all the time. First, it starts out kind of like a drama. You think it's almost going to be like a rape revenge because she's getting attacked by these guys, and then she ends up getting away. This is not giving anything away, by the way. This is all in the trailer. Then it ends up being kind of sweet because she gets there and they're nice to her and whatever. And then it starts getting kind of racy because of Sylvia and Caleb's relationship. And then it just gets downright fucking goofy for a pretty long time. So Paul and Caleb kind of remind me of they have a dynamic like a Tucker and Dale type dynamic. I mean, that's not what this movie is like at all, but it's kind of like the hapless hillbilly farmers who are a little bit clueless, a little bit out of touch with the world, a little naive. We get introduced to a reverend who is supposed to come there at the request of his wife, who is out of town, because she knows something's up. So needless to say, Caleb is already banging her. Pa, she has to bang Pa because he's being nice to her. Now she has to bang the reverend so that she can stay there, else they're going to take her to an orphanage, which, I mean, this girl's easily in her 20s. I'm not really sure how they could take her to the orphanage, but that's okay. So it ends up in a mayhem and confusion and some crazy farm games and yes, horror. There is horror in this. So I would not call that the main genre of this film. I would say it's more of a dark comedy, if I had to put label on it. So they just had a premiere, I think, 2 nights ago in Nashville, Tennessee, which is where they are based out of. And they had a great reception to it. So they put the DVD on the website, the DVD, Blu-ray. Also, again, here's the link. Tons of merch. But then also they released it on video on demand. So you can go rent it off of Vimeo. I'm going to go get the Blu-ray because I want to see all the extras. It looked like a really fun movie to make. Very well shot, which it should be. It's Eric Stanze, right? I didn't even make that connection until just now. That was one of the things that I noticed. Also some really good music. So I just watched the trailer again, and the song that's in the trailer, that's in the movie quite a bit, is stuck in my head. The performances were good. There was a little bit of a lull in the second act, but I felt like the performances, particularly of Jackie Kelly, Sylvia, and also Caleb, which I didn't mention, is William Ryan Watson. I felt like they kind of led things along when things got a little bit slow. Just gonna set that out there. It is not a movie for everyone, as I always say about every film that I watch. I mean, this is a girl who's sitting here next to a VHS copy of Zombie Rampage 2 and Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. You guys know what I like. So if you like what I like, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with this movie. I'm on my way to the Blair Witch tour tomorrow. So yeah, the next video you might get of me is me close up with snot bubbles coming out of my nose. Or like just me sitting around a campfire getting drunk in Maryland. So should be fun. I will have some video of that too, I guarantee, as always. So thanks, guys.